we have another UFC this weekend, and it is kind of cool that it's every weekend.
I love it.
You know, for numerous reasons. We don't have to prepare to do a 2-hour show because there's fights to talk about every single week. Getting back at it this week, and it's been a little while since Ricky's been on. So let's welcome back to the show, Ricky Turcios. Ricky, how are you?
Yo, what up, boys? Chilling.
First and foremost, I just want you to know that I did, in fact, reach out and try to get a hold of you when the UFC was in Houston in February, because we talked about when you were on The Ultimate Fighter about going out to lunch. You were going to, take us to a really good place that we were going to pay for. I just want you to know I did, in fact, try to get a hold of you.
Bro, I'm sorry. I missed y'all. Real talk. My bad.
No, it's all good. I know that is food, and I'm looking always for great places. How have you been? It's been a little while since we last spoke.
Going to eat at?
I'm sorry?
Where did y'all end up going to eat at?
I think we went to it was a barbecue place that we met up with Yves Edwards. I don't remember the name of it. It was like the one or the two, but I was looking forward to what you and I talked about and where we were going to go. We'll still do it at some point.
Yes, sir. We'll still hit up that buffet action. You know what I'm saying?
We'll definitely do. Another fight week. Tell us how you get through it. Is it, and I always ask, fighters this, do you try to think about, I'm 3 days away, I'm 2 days away, or are you just blocking out what's in store until Friday night or Saturday morning?
Great question. Here's a good advice I got from the great Volkanovski, and it was, don't just get through fight week, make it count. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like even though we're on the final, we're leading up to the weigh-ins and everything, and then leading up to the fight on Saturday, day by day, it's still little preparations for the fight. You know what I'm saying? Just even the smallest little 1% details, whether they're little technical things, but even to mental things more than anything as well. You know what I'm saying? Just those ooh, that's a good idea. I just thought of that one right there. Let me go ahead and write that one in my notes. You know what I'm saying? Or just things like that. So for sure, yeah. Like even though that it's been a long training camp and everything, a long preparation, I've enjoyed the process. And then right now it's the final week. So man, I'm still enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the process even more than ever. Every week gets better. You know what I mean? So yeah, we all roads lead to July 9th this Saturday live on ESPN.
So let me ask you this, because I remember I went to a UFC in London, like number 37 or 38 back in the day. And a guy was one of the fighters, I don't remember who, was saying, yeah, I started putting too much into my mind. I had a plan, I had a set, and then I started kind of thinking outside of it, and it kind of threw him for a loop come fight time. Is there a possibility of that as well?
That's a good one. Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of my strategy usually revolves too with flow style. You know what I'm saying? So like I have the moves that I have set in my mind that I've drilled, but they always revolve around a flow style. You know how they say, how Bruce Lee said it, flow like water, be like water. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I have the moves that I've practiced in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh yeah, I like this move, I like that move. We're gonna run this, we're gonna run that. You know what I mean? But for sure, I always say, hey, we're gonna have to fight the fight that is in front of you. You know what I mean? Fight the fight that's in front of you. You see the guy, oh, how long is he? How tall is he? How fast is he moving? What's the timing like? You got to read all that inside the fight, you know what I mean? So I try to do all that, you know what I mean, and go with that type of mindset. So I like to think that I'll be straight, you know what I mean?
Ricky, Caleb Benenock here. We know how big it is, of a deal it is, weight cuts in the fight game. It's getting more and more traction every time fights come around. What's your process like during fight week and it's time to cut down? Are you a big weight cut guy? We have guys like Izzy who doesn't need to do too much and he's always under, or, guys like Khabib who early on had to struggle to get his weight down. Where do you kind of fall in that ballpark as far as getting your body ready for fight night?
Yeah, I love staying disciplined with my nutrition and my diet. So shout out to Clint from the UFC Performance Institute for helping me out through the entire process after The Ultimate Fighter, showing me the new stuff about the nutrition and the supplements and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? So for sure, as I enter into this fight week right now, it's going to be one of the best weight cuts I've ever done in my whole career, you know what I'm saying? For real. So, but it was the discipline with the eating and the supplements, but as well too, I couldn't have done it without the help from the boys from the UFC Performance Institute. So shout out to Clint. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling great.
So fight ends Saturday night, 7:57, 8:30, whatever it is. What's the first thing that you're going to have that you haven't been able to have over the past 6-8 weeks?
You know, if I could be honest, I would say some of the things that I love to eat, I would predict a pizza and French fries, and then like a triple stack burger perhaps with cheese and the sauce. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be kind of cool. You know what I'm saying?
So Ricky, so this past weekend, Bryan Barberena wins, and he gets pizza from Tony Geminotti, Pizza Rock, Las Vegas. When you win on Saturday, I want you to go into the Woodlands, RC's Pizza, and your pizza's on me.
So you want him to get on a plane first and go to...
Well, when he goes back home to Houston, you go into RC's Pizza, you tell him that I sent you the Naked Pizza Man, and the pizza's on me.
That's a bet. Hey, thank you.
Have you been there before? Have you been to RC's?
You know what? I've never been there before, and I'll tell you what, I just drove by it the other day, and I said, hey, you know what? I always drive by that spot, and I haven't been there yet. I want to go there. So it's kind of cool that you actually just mentioned it right now.
So Rick, I invented the pizza diet. I became a champion professional bodybuilder eating nothing but pizza.
Blah, blah, blah.
And my boy RC owns that spot in the Woodlands, and I know that's where you train out of. So I'll call him personally. I'll let him know you're coming to roll out the red carpet for you, and we're going to hook it up, man.
Yes, thank you. I really appreciate that.
So, Ricky, give me your thoughts on your opponent.
My thoughts on my opponent? Hey, all respect to my opponent, Ayman Zahabi. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I believe he's a tough opponent. I believe he's my toughest challenge yet to this day. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And I'm ready to face the challenge. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think.
You know, so many times you fighters are asked, you know, game plans and this plan and that plan. And I always think, and I'm asking you this, how can you have a game plan when you don't know what your opponent's going to react to? Like, you could expect to do this, but if he does that, it totally changes what's next for you, right?
Correct. Yeah. That's, you know, like, that's what I said earlier in the interview. You know, I'm like, hey, let's flow style. We have to see what's in front of us in the fight first. You know what I mean? So it's like, I like the game planning. I have moves that I like. You know what I'm saying? What are my moves, my favorite techniques that I choose to implement? You know what I'm saying? Then we're going to see what my opponent does, and then we're going to go ahead and, you know, use the moves and react inside the octagon and make the necessary adjustments that need to be made in game.
What can the fans expect to see when you get back in the octagon on Saturday?
The fans, oh man. Hey, shout out to the fans, you know what I'm saying? Hey, what can they expect, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm going to go in there, you know what I'm saying? Keep my hands up, keep my defenses in check, run my attacks, my punches, my kicks, and my grappling. They can expect to see the fighting spirit, you know what I'm saying? For real. I always come in there with the fighting spirit, baby, you know what I'm saying? And hey, inshallah, primero adios, I get the victory this weekend, you know?
Good stuff, Ricky. Best of luck on Saturday, and we will hook up. We will grab lunch in Houston coming up soon.